going on, guys? Greg here. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through my 1999 Kawasaki KX250 barn find. If you guys have been paying attention to the channel, you might have seen my barn find video about me vlogging about going to get this beautiful Kawasaki KX250. But in this video, I'm going to be diving a little deeper into it and taking you around the bike. So let's go check it out. So long story short, I didn't find it in a barn. This really chill dude named Robert found it in a barn off a Facebook Marketplace. He found it somewhere deep in the woods of Alabama. Had to travel like 5 miles down this dirt road. Came across this old gent who really just quote unquote rode it in the pastures of his farm and bought it brand new in 1998 and kept the thing pretty original. So let's dive deeper into it, starting with the front. So he did change out the handlebars to these ODI handlebars. I still have I don't have the original green bars that I think came on this, but I got a couple pair of OG Rentals with the blue cloth bar pad, which is pretty sweet. The plastics are all original coming down in the front end. So apparently the forks, he did change the oil in the forks. You can see kind of how on the fork guard, they're a little faded just from being out in the sun. This is actually the original Bridgestone front tire on it. It's got the original Takasago rims on it for the Kawasaki KX250. If you come take a look at this number here, it says 898. Apparently this means the month and the year that these rims were created. So it was created 8 August 1998. So how cool is that? Little fun fact. Fork seal is still in great condition. I don't know if these are aftermarket or the OEMs. Like I said, the oil was changed out. Taking a closer look at the radiator, you can see how the fins are just still in mint condition. The white louvers are a little bit faded, so maybe I'll grab some of those from Rocky Mountain. Also, guys, these videos are brought to you by the support of Rocky Mountain ATVMC. You can pretty much, if you have a newer bike, pretty much grab anything on Rocky Mountain's website. It is a little bit harder to find parts for these older two-strokes, I must say, just anywhere. But link in my description below. When you do that, help support the channel. Always thank you guys for doing that. But we've got the original graphics on here. They're a little beat up on the side here, but literally original plastics, graphics, so sweet looking. The pipe here, it looks like it's a little dented. He must have went down because it's a little rusted and scratched up here. There might be a little tiny dent in the pipe right there, but other than that, like, I love how this OEM pipe just wraps around the frame. It kind of has this like 500 look to it, where the other pipes don't wrap around like that. Super cool, I love it. The thing that's most beat up about this bike is this clutch cover. I don't know, based on the wear, I would say, I don't know, maybe has 10 to 15 hours on the bike. Robert did change the oil in it, so that is fresh oil. Foot pegs here, that looks like just standard wear and tear from tall grass that you would be riding through the pasture in. So looks like it tore the stock paint off it, but super cool to have the original KYB sticker on it, and then also this motorcycle noise emission control sticker on the frame. Triple clamps, everything looks really good. Let me see if I can get a shot of these frame rails for you guys here. Hope you can see that, but nothing dented, just scratched up from riding it through the tall brush in the pasture. Robert did go through and re-grease all the linkage bearings, so I don't have to go through and do that, which is awesome. But let me see if there's any play in this rear wheel. We got a little bit, but nothing too extensive like you'd expect from a 99. So the swing arm is not in perfect condition. Kawasaki's come with this like gray paint on them that is literally impossible to get off. I would love to find another OEM sticker like this, because it does seem to be a little bit scratched up here, but I'd love to replace that, get a brand new one on there. Literally the OEM brake pads, looks like they're a little bit rusty. Looks like the shock spring was a little soft for the dude that rode it, so it's got some marks from the rear tire. The rear tire is also not OEM. I don't even know what it is. AMS? Bite MX. I've never even heard of that tire, so gonna be throwing some Freshie Dunlops on it. And as I'm looking at the tire, look how good. We got that purple spring in there. I'm going to have to most likely throw a heavier spring on there because I'm about 200 pounds. But when I do get a spring, I'm gonna have to powder coat it and make sure it comes out that nice purple to match the sweet purple graphics. Let me flip this bike around. So checking out this side, aftermarket Mika metal sprocket. So no OEM sprocket, but it does look like the OEM chain is still on there. You can see the Japan on the link. And we got the swing arm on this side, also a little beat up. I do want to get some new stickers to match the OEM look here. And then it's also cool as we move up, we've got the Kawasaki frame guards. So I think I'm just gonna keep it in this OEM form and just make it look like a factory OEM bike, so to speak. I do have another idea to do a PC build. So maybe grab some carbon fiber frame guards and some other PC parts. But what Robert did do is throw some new pink hoses on the carburetor for me because they were brown and nasty looking. The motor has obviously never been broken into, so all the bolts don't have any socket wear marks on them or anything like that. I do still wonder how many hours are on this thing, but ignition cover, super crispy. You can see on this side here as I dive in closer to the frame, a little bit more wear on there, but for being a 99, still in incredible shape. Here's a better look from the pipe on this side. Looking forward to grabbing a Pro Circuit one to see how it compares to the stock unit, but it is impossible to find Pro Circuit pipes for these bikes. You can call Pro Circuit and get on their demand list, so they have a minimum order quantity normally of like 25 to 30 pipes that they need to have a demand for that people want before they go ahead and manufacture. So guys, if you're looking for a Pro Circuit pipe, that's the way to do it. The downside of that is that it normally takes like 3 months, 6 months, sometimes 8 months for them to produce the pipe based on how many people are interested in that pipe for your specific model. So I gotta try to figure something out with them and see if I can be like, hey guys, like people are all about these 2-stroke bike builds right now. And if we can see if we can get some more production on those 2-stroke pipes. So how about this, guys? If you leave a comment in my video below, if you're a Pro Circuit fan wanting a Pro Circuit pipe for your bike, leave a comment below. Let me know what bike and year you have and what Pro Circuit pipe you want. And let's see if I can talk to the Pro Circuit guys and get some more pipes in production for us. Zoom out for you guys so you guys can see the entire bike on this side. So the OEM plastic still in great condition. Really not too many scratch marks. Doesn't look like the guy flipped it over, which is nice. And just look how good this OEM seat cover is. This thing is like a couch. The Kawasaki is still mint on it, not faded or anything like that. I need to see if I can find a separate seat because I want to preserve that thing as much as possible. On the handlebar, the front number plate is so old and brittle that it looks like it snapped off, and it's almost about to snap off right there. So luckily Rocky Mountain has an OEM number plate already for me. Some fork guards, I'm gonna get those swapped out because they're just a little brown and dingy looking. I'm also gonna be swapping out the bars for some purple Renthal 996 twin walls that I got. I'll be doing a separate video on that. Well, let's see if I can start this beast for you guys so you can hear it. Yeah. Thing runs like a beast. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's like 90 degrees out here, 75% humidity, and I am literally sweating bullets. I'm sweating all over this sweet seat. So I'm gonna get back inside, but if you guys own one of these bikes and you have any tips or tricks for me, something that I want to do is see if I can work on the front brakes of this bike, because on this 99 model, apparently they had smaller pistons. I feel like I read somewhere where you can throw Honda brakes on these where it wraps around the fork instead of going underneath the fork lug like this design here. So if you guys have any tips on how to improve this model, leave the comments below. This is one that I am going to keep. I am not getting rid of it, so I'm going to spend a little bit more money than I would normally spend on a dirt bike build. And the reason why I got this bike is so I could ride it now. I don't have to strip it completely down and rebuild it before I can ride it, but I've got some cool parts here and there that I'm going to throw on it and then take it to the track. I'm going to do a first ride video for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned to that. If you like the bike, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, because gonna have some more content on this 1999 mint barn find KX250. But wrapping it up, guys, as always, ride hard, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Thing runs like a beast.